Hi, welcome back to the Holiday Fix Challenge for day 9. I'm Kristen with the Pilates Fix, and thanks so much for joining me. Today I thought it would be nice to do some shoulder and low back stretches, especially after the last few days of workouts that we've had. Feel free to add on one of the last workouts that we've done or your own type of cardio if you want to do a little bit more than just stretching today. You'll need a yoga strap or a bath towel for the first part of the shoulder stretching we're going to do. And you definitely want it to be long, especially if you have tight shoulders. Okay, so grab your strap or towel and let's begin. Okay, so I actually have a towel. My yoga strap's in my car. So we're just going to use a towel today. You want to fold the towel in half and then fold it again just so it's nice and long. When you're doing stretches for your shoulder, you obviously want to be careful, especially if you have had any shoulder issues. Obviously make sure that this is something you're able to do. Most people are so tight in their shoulders because of all of the sitting at the desk we do, the driving, and stretching is just not something people always do. So I think this will be nice for you guys. When you're setting up for this first part, you want to hold wide. I actually have really tight shoulders and I should be doing this every day, so I'm glad I'm doing this one. You'll want your arms to be fairly wide if you're tight, and you can play around with it. Start somewhere if it seems like it's too wide, you can go in. If it seems like it's too narrow, you can always open. When you're setting up your arms, you want your elbow pit, this area, to be facing one another, and your wrists to be really long. It's easy to let them break. So you want to reach long through those arms, elbow pits reach in, just stand nice and tall, and start to stretch your arms forward, and then you're just going to reach up. Let's just go up first and back a little bit. Watch that when you do this, you don't flare those ribs. You want to apply everything that we already learned. Keep the tailbone long, but nice and centered over your feet, and then lower the arms down. I'll do a few from the side. Lift up, maybe go back a little further. Watch those elbow pits and those wrists press out in the towel. Bring the arms forward and lower down. We're going to do 3 more. Now, if you want to start to go bigger, go back. That's about as far as I can go right now, unless I go wider. If I go wider, whoop, I can go back. And then lift up, still watch those arms. Woo, that is tight for me. 2 more, I'll come to face you. Reach up and go back. And lift up and forward. I'll move away from the tree. Lift up. Reach back, ribs are in. Lift up and lower down. Now stretch your arms nice and high. Reach up to the sky, elbow pits in, wrist long. You're going to stretch up and just go over to the left and reach up and go over to the right. Breathing through this, inhale and exhale. Pull apart that towel or strap. Inhale up, exhale over. Again, inhale up. Exhale over, find that length of your body, even in the bend. One more time. Exhale over, and then come all the way up and lower your arms down. Okay, so get rid of your towel or your strap and work your way down onto your hands and knees on your mat. You want to get your hands as wide as your shoulders and your knees in line with your hips. And your fingers spread, push strong into your hands. We're going to start with cat-cow. So for this, you'll take an inhale, start to pull your heart forward and lift your chest and your gaze, watching that you don't shorten the back of your neck too much. The lift comes from your heart, not just looking up, okay? And then exhale, round forward, look down into the belly button, push into the hands, feel a stretch for your back. This will be more the upper back, inhale, if you're tight there, or the low back, and then exhale if you're really tight in your low back. For me, it's my upper back. I get tight there, as you saw with my shoulders, and then open. It's all tied in, all related. And one more time, exhale, round for the cat, and then open. I say cow, some people say dog, whatever works, and then come back to the center. Now bring the big toes together and sit back onto your heels for child's pose. You want your legs to frame your ribs, and if you can't get all the way back into your heels, which a lot of people can, you just go back as far as you can. You're reaching your arms out long on the mat, Your abs are inactive, so you don't want to just hang into your legs. Pulling those abs up, your arms stretch out nice and long with your fingers still spread. Externally rotate those shoulders so it broadens your back. And then you're going to take both your hands and walk over to the left. Excuse me. And you reach out of that right side for a stretch in your lat serratus area. And you want to find the length, not just to the side. So reach long and go to the side. Take a deep breath in any tightness there. And exhale. And inhale. And on the exhale, you can walk your hands to the side and then to the center, excuse me, and then now go over to the right, working that left arm a little longer. Find that stretch on that left side. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Reach through that left arm. Inhale and exhale and work your way back to the center. From here, go down onto your stomach and get your forearms so they're down onto the mat and you lift, you prop yourself up. This exercise, I believe the stretch is called the Mackenzie move. I saw it, I think, online, or one of my physical therapists over the years taught me this one, excuse me. The legs can just be separated behind you. They don't have to be together. You want to push strong into your forearms. Make sure that your extension, wherever you are, is okay for your low back. You know, you never want to just sink into that. So push into the forearms. From here, you'll press into your forearms, and especially into your hands. You're actually going to start to lift a little higher. Find a little extension there and lower down. If that's too much extension, you just walk your hands forward and then you can go forward even more and just keep it much smaller. So work within your range. Again, you're going to stretch up. Go as high as you can where it feels like a great stretch, nothing straining, and lower down. 2 more times. Press up, find that stretch, and lower down. 1 more time. Stretch it up, hold that, and then lower down. And from here, just flip onto your back, and you can hug your knees into your chest. That's also a nice stretch for the low back. So give yourself a nice squeeze. You can circle those knees around in one direction and continually breathing throughout the stretches. Now keep the knees hugging into your chest. You'll grab onto the left leg and stretch the right leg down. And then you take the left knee and twist it over to the right. The left arm goes out to the side. And you just gaze over the left fingers. And feel that stretch. It's nice for the hip area. And your back if you're really tight there. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. No rushing here. Exhale, you can work back to the center. One other hug. You're going to bring that right knee in. Stretch the left leg out. And then you switch. So the right leg goes to the left. And you look over those right fingers. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. Keep that right shoulder down when you twist to the right, to the left. You want to make sure you really get a nice stretch for that right side. Inhaling, exhaling, and come back to the center. You hug that knee in, bring the left knee in to join it before you place both your feet down onto the mat and wider than your hips. Center myself up. And you're just going to take your knees and rock them back and forth. You don't want your legs together. I often see people when I'm teaching this in a class, they bring their legs together. Keep your legs separated. It's just a really nice movement to help open your low back and your hips. It's more awkward when your legs are together. And we're going to do a stretch from here, so you need your legs apart. Both your knees will come over to the left and hold them there. If that feels like that's enough of a stretch, great. If you want more, you're going to take your left ankle and put it on top of that right thigh and hold that so you get a deeper stretch. Make sure you're not going into some massive extension in your back. So you want to still keep those ribs working back just to keep that nice neutral spine or that long spine. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. and then you'll slowly take that foot off, place your foot down, knees come up, and then your legs are gonna go over to the right, and then you bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. And then it's totally common if one side feels tighter than the other. This side actually feels a little tighter for me. So you might have to do it different on one side than the other, and that's okay. Breathe in, and exhale. One more deep inhale, and exhale. And then uncross that ankle, place the foot down, knees come up, and just center yourself off again. Now we'll do the figure 4 stretch to end. So you'll take your left ankle, cross it over your right knee, and you want to flex that foot to protect the ankle and knee joint. And then if you're able to, you'll bring the right leg up and grab behind that thigh. This may be here, actually it might be enough of a stretch. This is the next step, and this might be enough of a stretch. If you want more, keeping your pelvis down the whole time, you can grab in front of your shin. And then if you want more, which some people do, what you'll do is actually cross knee over knee and grab on, this is a little much for me because I gotta lift my butt, but grab onto your ankle. And you can lift your butt a little to get your ankles, but then you want to get your pelvis back down. And you just kind of pull those legs out. So that's a nice stretch if you're more flexible. And this doesn't really do much for you. So keep your pelvis down, your shoulders and neck nice and relaxed. And breathe. So just think about breathing into any tightness in your body. And tightness in your hips causes a lot of back pain. So it's important to keep flexibility in our bodies so we feel nice and healthy and limber. One more deep breath here. And exhale. And then you'll lower the foot down and then switch sides. So do whatever stretch works for you on this side. Again, this might feel a little more tight than the other side or more flexible. Keep your pelvis down, relaxing your neck and your shoulders. Flexing that right foot if it's crossed over the leg. And breathing here in and exhale out. Feel free to hold these stretches also longer than I am. Sometimes I just want to show you guys a bunch of stuff, so I don't hold as long as you can. You could hold these each minute on each side if you wanted to. All right, so work that foot down and uncross the legs. And I'm going to come up, and you guys are all finished. Awesome job. I hope you guys enjoyed that stretching as much as I did. I feel like people just don't stretch enough, and we really need stretching in our lives. So take advantage of these stretching videos. Take your time going through them. You can always run through it again if you want to get a little more stretching in. Tomorrow for day 10, back to a little bit more of an exercise video with the best butt workout. People are always asking me what I do for butt exercises, so I'm going to show you some of my favorites. So please share. You guys have been doing a great job doing that so far. Comment, subscribe to our channel, give us some feedback. We love hearing it. And tomorrow I'll see you for day 10. Thanks so much for joining the Pilates Fix. I'm Kristen Matthews. See you tomorrow. Bye.